So the next one is percentage problems. If you look at test 1, number 7, it asks you 4 over 5. How do you turn that into a percentage? You get two options. One way is to just divide, because we said these are division problems. 4 divided by 5 is 0.8, and then you multiply it by 100, should give you 80%. But the foolproof way is to create what's called a proportion and do 4 over 5 equals, and it's got to equal something similar to it but a different fraction. So on this side we'll say whatever the percentage is out of 100%. And so what you can do then is cross multiply, and you'll multiply 4 times 100 and 5 times x, which should give you 5x is equal to 400. The last step then is to divide both sides by 5 to get x alone, and 400 divided by 5 is 80, or 80%. So then they say we're going to combine a few things from previous. 3 over 8 and 2 over 5. Remember we said to make it easier we could multiply top times top and bottom times bottom, which should give you 6 over 40. And then if we create a proportion, we'll say 6 over 40 should be equal to x over 100, or whatever percentage out of 100%. Cross multiply should give you 40x equals 600. Then you'll divide by 40, and you should come up with 15%. So the proportions are kind of a simpler way to go about this. Now they give you ratios if you skip down to problem number 24 on the test review, and they say 24 to 40. That's really just saying put 24 on top and 40 on the bottom of your fraction. Should be proportional or equal to whatever percentage that is out of 100%. Cross multiply and divide should give you x equals 2400 divided by 40, and you can go ahead and put that in the calculator. It's probably something like 60%, I'm guessing. Same thing here, you set up 54 over 48 for part B. It's proportional to x over 100. Cross multiply and divide should give you 5400 divided by 48, and then you can do long division or put it in the calculator. Again, 8 over 64 and x over 100 should give you 800 divided by 64. So then they give you a story problem in number 25, and it's actually the same as all those others. They're just kind of rewriting them in different ways. This says during a study of 640 men, it was found that 480 of them were 5 feet 10 inches tall. What percent of the men were not over 5 feet 10 inches tall? And so the thing to watch out here is they're including this word not. So be real careful here, because you have the number that did reach that height, and then you have the number that did not reach that height. Again, they want the percentage, so we got to create proportions. They say here that 480 people out of 640 people did reach this height, and that should be proportional to whatever percentage out of 100%. So then once you set that up, you'll cross multiply, divide, should give you this fraction. Once you divide it, it should leave you with 75, and you'll just know that should be 75%. So then intuitively, if there's 640 people and you know 480 did reach that height, just subtract those two and it'll tell you 160 people must not have reached that height. That's still out of 640 people, and it's proportional to x over 100. Cross multiply and divide will give you this, leading to 25% of the people did not reach that height. And problem number 7, let me check the time here. Got about 47 seconds, so we'll do one more in this one. You're going to work your way inside to out. Notice right next to the decimal, this is your ones place value. The next one coming out is your tens, then your hundreds and your thousands. You're probably pretty good at this. And if this is the ones again, then these are the tenths. This is the hundredths, and these are the thousands. So when they ask you to round, in number 9 on test 1, they say round to the tenths. The tenths is right here next to the decimal. And so your next number is what you're looking at, the 5. If it's 5 or above, you want to round up. So number 9's answer should be 27.3. If you look at number 10, it says round to the thousands.